The queen who became Pharaoh, the story of Hatshepsut. Imagine a time over 3,500 years ago, when the golden sands of Egypt bore witness to an unprecedented reign. A woman, defying all conventions, ascended to the throne and became one of the most successful pharaohs in ancient history. This is the story of Hatshepsut, the queen who would be king, also known as Matkara, the foremost of noble ladies. Hatshepsut was born around 1507 BC, the daughter of Pharaoh Thutmose I and his great royal wife Queen Ahmose. As the eldest child, she was educated in royal administration, religious traditions, and military affairs, an unusual privilege for a princess. She belonged to Egypt's powerful 18th dynasty, a period known for its wealth and expansion. At the age of 12, after the death of her father, she married her half-brother his heir by a secondary wife, Thutmose II, in accordance with Egyptian royal tradition. This marriage secured her place as the great royal wife, but their union only produced one recorded child, a daughter named Neferur. When Thutmose II died young, his heir Thutmose III, also born to a secondary wife, was just a boy. Hatshepsut was appointed as regent, ruling on his behalf. However, within a few years, she made an extraordinary decision. She crowned herself pharaoh, ruling longer than any other woman in Egyptian history. This was no ordinary power grab. She did something never before seen. She adopted the full regalia of a male ruler, even wearing the traditional false beard of kings. To cement her authority, she ordered inscriptions claiming divine right, declaring that the god Amun himself had chosen her to rule. Despite breaking traditions, Hatshepsut proved to be a remarkable leader. Her reign from around 1473 to 1458 BC was a period of peace, economic growth, and artistic innovation. One of her most famous accomplishments was a grand trading expedition to the legendary land of Punt, believed to be modern-day Eritrea or Somalia. Her fleet returned with riches, myrrh trees, gold, ebony, and exotic animals. This boosted Egypt's economy and strengthened its influence abroad. She also commissioned some of the most magnificent monuments in Egyptian history. Her greatest architectural achievement, the mortuary temple at el-Bahari. Carved into the cliffs of Luxor, its terraces, colonnades, and statues honor the gods and immortalize her reign. Even today, it stands as one of the most stunning structures of the ancient world. To commemorate her reign, Hatshepsut also had two massive obelisks erected at Karnak Temple. Originally, both obelisks stood at the entrance, marking her authority and devotion to the gods. While one remained standing, the other had collapsed in antiquity, likely due to an earthquake. In 2022, archaeologists successfully re-erected a fallen obelisk near the sacred lake at Karnak, restoring part of Hatshepsut's grand vision. Hatshepsut expanded infrastructure, restored temples, and ensured Egypt thrived. Unlike many pharaohs, she focused on diplomacy over war, strengthening Egypt through trade and innovation rather than conquest. But despite her success after her death in 1458 BC, somewhere between the age of 40 to 50, history tried to forget her. Her stepson Thutmose III launched a systematic erasure of her legacy. Statues were defaced, inscriptions chiseled away, and her name omitted from official king lists. Why? Some believe he sought to erase the memory of a female ruler to reaffirm male dominance. Others argue it was a political move to legitimize his own rule. Hatshepsut had begun preparations for her tomb in the Valley of the Kings. However, when the tomb was found, her body was missing. For centuries, her story remained buried, literally. Hatshepsut's mummy was lost to history until 2007. In an astonishing discovery, archaeologists identified her remains in tomb KV60 in the Valley of the Kings. How? A single tooth found in a canopic jar with her name was the key to solving the mystery. Her mummy showed signs of obesity, diabetes, and arthritis. Additionally, medical scans revealed she may have suffered from bone cancer, which could have contributed to her death. In 2011, researchers at the University of Bonn in Germany discovered a carcinogenic substance in a flask of lotion believed to have belonged to Hatshepsut, raising the possibility that she may have accidentally poisoned herself. The flask, part of the university's Egyptian museum collection, bore an inscription confirming its ownership by Hatshepsut. Researchers found the flask contained what appeared to be a lotion or medicine used for treating skin disorders such as eczema. The contents included palm and nutmeg oil, along with fatty acids known to relieve such conditions. Skin diseases were known to run in Hatshepsut's family, suggesting she may have suffered from one herself. However, the lotion also contained benzopyrene, a highly carcinogenic hydrocarbon. If Hatshepsut used it regularly for relief, she may have unknowingly exposed herself to a major health risk over the years. Today, her remains rest in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, where she finally receives the recognition she was denied for so long. Hatshepsut's story is one of ambition, intelligence, and defiance. She ruled as a king, built a thriving empire, and left a mark on history that time could not erase. But what do you think? Was she a brilliant strategist who seized power for the good of Egypt, or was she a rightful ruler who had to fight for her place in history? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.